Okay, hi, I'm Andy Farnsworth. I'm the founder of Morning Strategy and the maker of this tool. This is a tool called Careering, and it's a career pathways and career development tool. It's built in Coda, it's AI assisted, and today we're going to use it to apply to a job with Coda, head of partnerships. We're going to try to do it in 5 minutes. Let's go. First, I want to talk about the doc structure a bit. There's the jobs that we have and the jobs we want. That's what's at the top. And careering is designed to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. The way it does that is by referencing a skills database. It says, I have these skills, you want these skills, let's get together. And to demonstrate you actually have these skills, careering relies on stories. So on the left-hand side here, you've got your jobs and your stories and the skills those create. On the right-hand side, you've got the job posting, the skills that we think they might need, and the stories that someone doing that job might tell about themselves. And the magic of careering is linking all this up together and getting your story straight so you can tell a decent story about yourself, hopefully win that job. We'll come back and reference this a few times throughout. Okay, first step, we're going to add the job posting. So here it is, head of partnerships at Coda. I'm going to highlight, select the job description. I'm also going to select the link. You'll see why. Come back here, create a job posting, call it head of partnerships. It's going to be for this little organization called Coda, and I'm going to paste in the job posting, the link, and have the AI create a summary. Global vision fulfilled, relentless drive propels strategic partnerships to new heights. It's beautiful. Let's go to the conditions. So these are things that are like my minimum requirements for a job. It's like my minimum money, where I work, health benefits, that kind of thing. Careering is now going to compare my conditions against the job posting. Okay, it's populated these. Let's see one. It says autonomy. What I want for myself is high autonomy, control over how I do my work. And the AI has said the posting mentions no shortage of opportunities to expand the potential, which implies a significant degree of autonomy. I agree. So I'm going to spin through this, match off the conditions. Okay, looking good. 9 out of 11 conditions met. That gives me confidence I can move ahead to the next stage. So what does a head of partnerships need to be able to do? If I think that autonomy is one, then I can just add it here, add that required skill manually, but I think it's probably more fun to let the AI figure this out itself. So here is the list of skills that the AI has extracted: communication, forecasting, interpersonal, and below is skills that are already in the database that it's pulled out and match. The remainder over here are the skills that are going to be added. These are new skills. I see management and people management, so I might take that out because I'm assuming that management generally includes people. Product integrations, forecasting, great. So now I'm going to add these skills to the database. There they go. You can also see by hovering over forecasting was one of the ones that were just added, and it's added a good definition there. So purple skills are skills that are already in my stories. So I've told a story about being creative somewhere else, and the white skills are skills that I have no documented experience in. Next up, I'm going to add all of these skills to this position. So we've taken the job post and we have extracted some skills. So now all these skills are attached to this job. I can see I have 53% of them. I've demonstrated 53% of them in the past. But let's say interpersonal, I know that I've done that in some kind of story, so it should be in one of my stories. Okay, if I go to details, well, I can see right here, skill and stories. It's not in any of my stories, so I better add it because I know that I've done that. Let's say develop a grant program. I had to work with a bunch of people, so I'll add interpersonal skills to that. This one I did develop a service model and policy fantastic. Now I've added that. My skills ratio has gone up. For the rest of them, if I'm wondering, what does forecasting even look like in the context of a head of partnerships? Well, that's what the story section is for. Let's go over to the stories, and we're going to generate some ideas based on those skills that I don't have. We're going to see what kind of work a head of partnerships might actually do. We've taken the job post, we've extracted the skills, we've used it to generate some story ideas. Here we go, we've developed some stories. Now, crafting joint plans is great. I see forecasting for progress. They led their team in analyzing the landscape, predicting opportunities for progress. So I think I've done something similar to this. Now what I can do is say, well, if I've already done something like this, why don't I just create this story? And I'm just going to add some aspects to this story. So this is the AI creating these different sections of a story. A story is made up of a problem, the importance of that problem, the actions that are taken to solve the problem, the results that were achieved, and then the lessons learned. If I add all those components, now those are in this story up here. So I've created this story. The only thing that's left is for me to go in, claim it as my own. I'll say I did it as founder and principal. That's my current role. And now this story is mine. Looked at the job post, took the skills, made some story ideas, and now we have converted that into a story of our own. And all I need to do is assign some dates. Loved it. It was a great time. I loved anticipating breakthroughs and forecasting for progress. And here are these aspects of the story. So again, the importance, dedicated forecasting, can inform and guide organizational decision making. Well, that's definitely true. And here are the actions that I took. I researched, I did some forecasting, I anticipated, I used some innovative thinking, and I communicated the results. So that's great. The results, anticipated breakthroughs with an accuracy of 95%. I don't know how I was able to get such a high level of accuracy on that. This story, you want to go and change it so that it actually reflects what you did. You don't want to fabricate. 105%, leverage collaborative opportunity, exceed organizational goals by 105%. That's incredible. So change it so it's realistic, so it reflects what you've actually done. And when you're ready, we took the posting, we got some skills from it, we made some stories. We took one of the stories, made it our own, and now we're going to take skills out of it so that we can match ourselves again with this new story to this job. Now you can extract skills from this. And once you do this, you're starting to say, here is a story that I did. Here are the skills that are involved in this story. And I see analyzing is there. And utilizing, I don't know what that means, utilizing what. And strategy is already in there, so that's good. So we're just going to add these new skills to the database. So just like for the positions, we're now going to add these new skills, assign them some definitions, and now add all of these skills to the story. So you see them turn purple. That's because I now have all of these skills. So that forecasting skill that we didn't have before, if I go back to this, there it is, the skill in the stories, and here it is in that job posting. So that's awesome. Now I have a story for Coda to demonstrate how I am amazing at forecasting. Now that we've taken the skills out of that story, we can prepare our resume and cover letter. We'll check out the future jobs and learning maybe later at the end if there's time. For now, let's prepare a resume. I need to select the job. The job is head of partnerships. There's currently no resume, so let's create one. I don't know who to address it to, so we'll just leave it at hiring manager. The story I want to highlight in the cover letter is the one we just created. Here it is, anticipating breakthroughs, forecasting for progress. Now I'm going to make a bio for the resume and create the cover letter. All right, those are done. The final bit is to craft these resume job histories. Now what this is doing is saying, for this story of mine, let's take these skills and what we know about the job and create a bullet to describe how what I've done in the past is makes me a suitable candidate for this future job. Okay, all those bullets are done. These are, reducing mundane tasks by 9%. Man, I have done some great stuff in the past. So if I'm building my resume elsewhere and I just want to take a section, I can do that. I can just copy that section. It's there. I can paste it into my resume. But if I'm truly lazy, what I'm going to do is go over to cover letter. Here it is. Here's my cover letter. I've got my address. I can just go up, print. There it is. I can print that off to PDF. and my resume. Good. And here's our work history. So all of those skills that we've done, and we're ready. So that's it. I don't know if we made it in 5 minutes. Who knows? I'll post the cover letter and the resume. You can see how well positioned I am for this job. Maybe I'll submit them to Coda, see if I can see if it's enough to secure the role. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on it. Love to hear people's comments, thoughts, and yeah, keep careering.